Koreatown, Korean food, K-pop demon hunters. It's a K-day today. So first stop is going to be a Korean restaurant in Koreatown. One of the best, I think. And it's called Jin Dal Lae. Have no idea what it means. But anyway, we're going to get naengmyun, which is cold noodles in like a cold beef radish broth. Very delicious. And Jin Dal Lae actually makes the best naengmyun, I think, in Toronto. Just because they put watermelon slices in their bowl. And watermelon is like the best combination to go with naengmyun. So we will be heading there. And then we'll get some dessert. And then talk about K-pop demon hunters. Yes, the movie. Also, can we just talk about how weird and random the movie title is? Like, whoever came up with that title, I don't know if it's a good title or a bad title. It's such a random title that it makes you curious to watch it. So in that sense, it's a pretty clever title. You know, it's just so weird and random that you can't help but get curious as to what kind of movie it is, and if it's just like this weird mashup of like K-pop and demon hunters. Like how do you combine K-pop and demon hunters? But alas, it's surprisingly a good movie. Surprisingly. As weird as the title is, as random as it sounds, it's actually a pretty good movie. It actually has a good plot. And I want to talk about the core message of the movie, which I don't think many people talk about. And can I just cross? I'll just cross. Okay. Yeah, so this is the way to Jin Dal Lae. The weather isn't too hot, so I wouldn't say it's the best weather to get naengmyun, but it's, you know, it's like 25 degrees. And I am thirsty, so if you're thirsty and you're hot, eat naengmyun. There, Jin Dal Lae. This is what it looks like from the outside, and let's head in. All right, so this is what the noodles look like. They're very starchy, buckwheat noodles. I think there might be also like arrowroot starch in it. I'm not sure. This darker noodle seems to have arrowroot starch, and the lighter noodles have buckwheat. I think this is the arrowroot starch noodle, and it's like a lot chewier. And so you really have to cut it in order to like eat it properly. And look, the broth is like all frozen and like slushy, which really makes it like super cold and nice and refreshing. And it also comes with pickled radish, some cucumber, like 2 pieces of beef, and 2 pieces of watermelon, which you don't usually get at like You usually don't get the watermelons in like the naengmyun, but there is a special kind of naengmyun that has watermelon in it. They actually put it inside of like they put the naengmyun inside of a watermelon and you eat it like that. I haven't tried that yet, but I really want to. It looks really refreshing. So anyway, this is the noodle. I will eat now, so see you later. Alright, so I'm very stuffed. The naengmyun is like way too big for one person. It's like 1.5 times what you would normally eat. But it is my favorite naengmyun that I've ever eaten, just because of how fresh everything tastes. Like the broth is just really delicious and icy, and I love the addition of the watermelon. You can tell it's house-made. You can tell it's, you know, you can tell they put love and care into the food, so it's really delicious. And they also provide 6 side dishes, which usually isn't the case when it comes to Korean restaurants that are on the more affordable side. But they still, you know, you can tell they put effort and love into it. 11 out of 10, highly recommend. Yeah, so now we will be going to Hodo Kwaja. And it's a Korean dessert shop that specializes in Hodo Kwaja and hotdog. So Hodo Kwaja is walnut cakes, and you usually get them. You usually get them at like pit stops on the road. In Korea, they're not really popular in cities. I haven't really found any. But the hotdog is Korean pancakes, and you can find them a lot more frequently. Both are really good. Today I am stuffed, but I will still get some to go. They also have madeleines and like bingsu, which is shaved ice, and they also have iced coffee, which I tried last week and was pretty good. I actually came to Koreatown last week to film a video, but for whatever reason I didn't go to Jin Dal Lae, which is my usual favorite naengmyun spot, but instead I was like, let me try, you know, another favorite restaurant of mine, and I'm sure they have great naengmyun too. I was very wrong. The naengmyun was a disappointment. I did film it, but I didn't have the heart to publish a video where I was eating a disappointing bowl of naengmyun. So I had to come back this week to go to Jin Dal Lae instead, so that I can actually have my favorite bowl of naengmyun. Yeah, anyway, so this is what Hodo Kwaja looks like. It's family owned. It's been open for like at least 2 decades, and everything is delicious. You can see that they make it like right there. That's the kitchen. Anyway, let's go inside. Alright, so we're at Chatime now. It's kind of loud, sorry for that. So I've never tried the madeleine before, so let me just try that. That's what it looks like. It's a bit sweeter than their usual, like walnut cakes and pancakes. It's not bad though. It's good. Just a bit sweet. And let me show you their walnut cakes. This is the first time I actually got their potato flavor. I usually always get the red beans, so. Let me see if I can find a white potato to show you inside. think it's this one. All right, so the walnut cakes look like walnuts, which is cute. And when you open it up, you can see the filling. Quite a bit of filling. This is the red bean flavor. I'm very stuffed, so I'll eat half. Let's see. I'm surprised that their madeleines are sweeter than their other desserts, but maybe madeleines are supposed to be sweet. Anyway, I also got my usual grass jelly roasted milk tea. Why am I eating so much? Anyway, I guess you can say it's very Huntrix coded. So I thought I would hop on the bandwagon and talk about the movie, but instead of talking about Saja Boys or Huntrix or how good the music is, I want to talk about the core message of the movie, which I was pleasantly surprised to see. The plot of the movie is pretty good, but like unusually, I really enjoyed the core message, the theme of the movie, because it's not something we've grown up with as kids. You know, growing up as kids, we would always come across the theme of good versus evil, right? And that's still the case in this movie, but it's a lot more nuanced because you come to find out that the good girls, the heroes of the movie aren't 100% good. They aren't the epitome of good, right? They have shadow sides to themselves. They have shadow aspects. They have undesirable aspects to themselves that really shows how human they are, because no human is perfect. No human is purely good. And you can really see that in the movie when, you know, Rumi shows us her demon side, and she's trying so hard to hide it from the other girls. And we also see the core message of living in your truth and speaking your truth is a lot more powerful, a lot more important and significant compared to toxic positivity or showing your positive side only, right? The Huntrix girls were limited by their perception of good. Their potential was limited from the fact that they were trying to hide their shadow self. And by the end of the movie, when that door is way too squeaky. Okay. By the end of the movie, when they finally accept themselves fully, flaws and all, they are finally able to step into their power. They are finally able to step into their full potential by speaking their truth, by living in their truth. And it's a really good representation of, you know, how healing really works, how humans really work in the real world. In order to heal, in order to be as powerful as you can be, in order to be spiritually advanced, let's say, we have to look at our shadow self. We need to shine a light on our shadow self, on aspects that we deem shameful or undesirable or any flaw about ourselves that society wouldn't accept. We really have to shine a light on the shadow aspects. And when we do, we bring them into the light. We integrate them into our being, and we can become a whole being instead of half a being, right? Living as half a being just because you want to come across as positive and good diminishes your power, right? Stepping into your truth, and living as a whole being instead of pushing away and hiding your shadow self, allows you to shine brighter, be more powerful, and actually protect yourself and defend against evil, right? And there was also a very nuanced evil side to the movie, because really the only evil being was Guima, which is like the demon overlord of the underworld. So other than Guima, Guima, other than Guima, like the demons themselves weren't fully evil, right? They weren't 100% evil, and they actually passed for humans for majority of the movie. If you look at the Saja boys, they are actually demons, but they can pass as humans, and they also have emotions. And I really liked how the only difference between demons and humans is how intensely they feel shame and regret and negative emotions. Basically, Jinu said that he constantly feels shame and regret and self-loathing. Basically, how intense and how long they've experienced those negative emotions is what dictates their being. That's the only difference between demons and humans. So they're actually pretty human. And so the line between demons and humans is very blurred, because you can see that the Huntrix girls are also dealing with a lot of negative emotions, with shame, with guilt, with self-loathing. And so in terms of their emotions, there's not much of a difference between the good side and the bad side, right? The Huntrix girls and the Saja boys feel the same emotions. So the lines are very blurry. The lines are non-existent almost between humans and demons. Obviously, the humans are the prey in the sense that demons feed off of human souls, so that is a big difference. But other than that, like, they feel the same emotions. The demons feel slightly more intense emotions. So basically, the lesson to take away from the movie and hopefully apply it in our own lives is the lesson of embracing your flaws, embracing your shadow side, because once you shine a light on the shadow, there is no more shadow left, right? We can never be truly 100% good, right? There's no such thing as a purely good person. We're all on a spectrum, and we have everything within us. We have the good, the bad, the ugly within us. So after shining a light on all of you, on all the ugly, dark, undesirable, shameful parts of yourself, and you accept yourself fully for who you are, you can integrate all the parts of yourself and become a full, whole human being, right? You'll be as powerful as the K-pop demon hunters. Yeah, so you'll be golden. You'll be golden. Yeah, so in conclusion, let's embrace our truth. Let's accept ourselves for who we are fully flaws and all. And once we do, we're golden, right? We're golden. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me on my K-Day Koreatown trip. I had a lot of fun. I'm very stuffed. But yeah, I highly recommend going to Jin Dal Lae and Hodo Kwaja. They have been around in Koreatown for at least 2 decades, at least. They're both family-owned businesses. Always high quality, always consistently high quality food. So I definitely recommend checking them out. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and checking out my other videos. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Take care. Bye.